What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Littleroot Lessons episode 313. I'm your host, Angelo, and I'm joined today by both Carl and Carter. We are all back for our 7th anniversary birthday episode, whatever you want to call it. Shebang. Hi.
Yay, birthday!
Woo!
Happy birthday!
Who would have thought, guys? Who would have thought?
7 years later.
You can't say we have commitment issues.
Nope.
Not at all. Because and this is something that I've talked with other people in the past. You think of especially even the VGC podcasts that were around when you two started, and a majority of those projects do not exist anymore.
They currently are not active. A lot of them are probably just waiting in the wings for champions, but a lot of them did go.
There's a lot of them that just haven't uploaded in.
I think from what I understand, Pokesports is just done.
No, I think they're just hanging out waiting for champions. They were kind of over Scarlet and Violet.
I wouldn't be shocked if champions rolls around and they ain't around. The hyper voice turned into tub takes, so you have that. There's all the other podcasts and stuff that were around that again disappeared, or even some that are somewhat active. Our friends at the Game Corner.
I miss those guys.
Yeah,
they're all great guys.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I get TikToks from Sheldon every once in a while.
I also see TikToks from Sheldon all the time. I see that he reposts stuff.
Yeah,
and I run into Rowan every once in a while when I go to events. I like to find him and all that, but that friend group. It's always fun to see him.
Yeah,
the Georgia boys.
Logan.
Every other Pokemon podcast, the other Pokemon podcast with a row as the third host. Different though. I claim the H. So there is we are separate, literally one letter of separation between the two of us. I think if I drop the H or if he added it, there might be some sort of cosmic tear. We'll turn into the same person somehow. But yeah, no, the fact that we've been doing this, and let alone just doing this weekly, and yeah, there are some rough times, and I will say this, we'll get into it a little more. The fact that Champions is coming out in April, whatever, and not now.
It's a little disappointing.
It is, because right now the big question for everyone is, what are we playing in April?
It's going to be I almost guarantee it.
I am leaning towards that as well. They just announced that I is going to be...
They went into what we call end of life cycle.
Yep.
I'll find the tweet. In a second.
So, while you're finding it, I can just explain it. Pretty much, they went to make their announcement. They just changed the in-game ladder format to Regulation I, which is our double format, and they have stated that it will be the format in perpetuity until the servers cease to exist. That is what the online play will be in Scarlet and Violet. Now, that is similar to what they did for Sword and Shield, going back to Series 12, again, the double restricted format, around the same time that Scarlet and Violet were about to drop. So it is to be expected. To be quite honest, it would be nice if the last month of the format also lined up with what was being played on the cart ladder. Cart ladder and the VGC format not lining up the past few months in formats hasn't been great, I think. There's literally zero battle content.
There's the people who play casually that enjoy it, and there's the people that normally would create VGC content that have been playing on that format side still and having fun and doing some wacky things. But yeah, content on the concentration on the battle side of VGC has definitely gone down, and it's more about talking about strategy, coaching, theory crafting, etc. That's kind of where the focus for VGC has kind of shifted while we wait for Champions to become the official game. Which we can just jump into this.
Yeah, let's do it. First of all, Pokemon Day just happened. Carter, congratulations on having the only bingo.
Yeah, you got the only bingo. I have a shiny Mark Dratini for you. If you played bingo and are listening, please reach out to me. Anyway, I have so many other Dratini that I need to get rid of, so I'm just gonna hand them out. So find me.
Yeah,
Come
so if
find
you
me,
played the
please.
bingo, which we had a handful.
I know who you are. I had you all. I tricked you all into doing that for data purposes. So I know who's lying to me. I know who did. I know who didn't.
Yes. So we did finally get our champions announcement. It was one of the main announcements of Pokemon Day, and we are officially getting it in April 2026 to our Switch systems and to our mobile phones later in the year. This is probably so that we do not have phones and VGC at Worlds this year, and they can plan on having that access starting in the fall portion of the season.
This plays into my worry when we were going to get champions to begin with, is how do they handle the mobile side of things? Because it is very easy for mobile to get complicated fast when you're playing on with mixed consoles. Unite has, like we've talked about this before, Unite has this problem where sometimes certain devices don't like to cooperate with their setups for their tournament, so they have a very short list of this is the only things you can use. If you do not have one of these things, one of these will be provided for you, kind of situations. And it ends up being a lot of mobile players who play on their normal phones end up being stuck on either Switches or phones they're not used to, and it creates a whole sort of mess, because Unite as a game is something that's like you start to get into comfort mode playing a certain way. This kind of alleviates that problem for VGC, at least. It's like, okay, you're gonna still only be playing on Switch and Switch 2.
Yeah, the answer was just kick the can down the road.
Yeah. Or well, in this case, it's force it to be still only one thing.
Yeah.
And they'll probably figure out a better system for mobile, hopefully next season, but we'll see.
Okay, so one thing I just noticed before we get into it, so right where it says players right here, it says players 1 to 2. Does that mean we don't have multi-battles in here?
As far as I'm aware, it's only 2 players per battle.
That sucks. Okay, move on.
So there's no like 4v4 Royale kind of style stuff. Good. Like there's none of that. As we watch, if you watch the trailer, there wasn't actually a whole lot of information from
in the trailer,
this in our trailer. let's specify here. The English/European trailer is this one. Japan has an entirely different trailer. Japan's trailer has a ton of information in it. Why that is, we haven't a clue.
Because why not, Carl?
I'm not allowed to answer this question.
But we did get an idea of how Pokemon Home and Champions is going to work. So the way this is looking, Pokemon will be able to go from Go to Home, from Scarlet and Violet to Home, and ZA will be able to go back and forth to Home in the future and still cooperate with Champions. Pokemon Home, you'll send them to Champions, and then you can send them back when you're done with them. There's a lot of little text down here that I will try to zoom in the best I can here, because it's really, really hard.
Yeah, like have to.
So
holy cow, you are not kidding. That's tiny text.
It's so tiny.
I feel like my eyes are gonna, like,
I will read it off.
I had laser split in my eyes and I can't read this.
Only Pokemon that appear in Champions will be able to visit from Home, which that's normal. You Pokemon that are in Champions, this means it's not a full dex, or at least not a full dex yet in Champions. Pokemon you recruited from Champions will not be able to go back to Home, which also makes sense. The Pokemon you recruit that are from the however this ends up working, the cycle of rentable/recruitable Pokemon, they're not actually Pokemon that you can control and send back. They're just Pokemon that are on Champions for you to do stuff with. Pokemon you received through mystery gifts or elsewhere in Champions will not be able to go back to home. When we get into it in a minute, we can see a battle pass system, and there's like unlocks on the battle pass. Sometimes that includes Pokemon. Those Pokemon that you unlock via the battle pass or through mystery gifts, you will not be able to send them back into home. Pokemon that you bring from home are limited. Pokemon that you bring over to each game via Pokemon Home are limited to Pokemon that appear in those games. It's kind of the same point as the first point. ZA's limited dex to whatever's in ZA. You can't go bring something that's from... You can't bring something from Scarlet and Violet to home back to ZA that wasn't in ZA to begin with. I don't know why they felt the need to reiterate that way, but they did. If Pokemon brought over as visitors with the move systems and whatnot, one of the big scary things we had when we first started home, if you bring one of those Pokemon that have moves that it can't learn in Champions, you'll have to overwrite those moves. Pokemon Home will not overwrite for you like it does in other games.
Yeah.
For the other games. The other games, the moves that can and can't be learned will get like overwritten. It will not do that going back and forth between home and Champions. Any training done in Champions stays on Champions.
Good.
That's how that should work. If a Pokemon leaves Champions to home and goes, say, back to ZA and then comes back to home and then goes back to Champions, it'll remember what it had in Champions. But it'll also remember what it had in ZA.
Which is really sick, man. I'm a big fan of that.
That's how it works currently between Scarlet and Violet and all the games currently. But that's good that it works that way in Champions.
I agree.
And also, like, just to make sure, like, to iterate, like, not reiterate, but like to clarify, when we mean the same Pokemon, we don't mean the same species. Like, you train Baxcalibur A and then bring Baxcalibur B, and it's like, oh, it's the same. It's like, no, it's Baxcalibur A all the way throughout. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to be bringing in these, to my knowledge, it reads like the same Pokemon.
Now, here's the kicker. Things like Rotom. You know how Rotom has different forms. Mm-hmm. If you have, say, a Rotom that you bring to Champions, and it's in Rotom Wash form, cool. You train it in that form on Champions, you pull it back to home. You send it to wherever, a different game, change its form, say change it to Heat or Mo or whatever, bring that same Rotom back to home and send it back to Champions, it will not have that saved because it considers it a different Pokemon because it's a different form.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Same kind of thing happens if you had an unevolved Pokemon, say you bring a Pikachu, because we know Pikachu's available in Champions. You bring a Pikachu up. You train the Pikachu in Champions. You take the Pikachu back, goes to Pokemon Home, goes back to ZA or whatever, evolves there, comes back to home, goes back to Champions. It will not have that training anymore because it's a different Pokemon.
Yep.
Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody in the class understood. Raise your hand.
Clear
questions, concerns? What you got?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No. Mayonnaise is not an instrument.
I hate you. I hate this podcast so much. And you're the entirety of why.
I'm so good.
That pretty much is the rundown for how Home's going to work. We'll talk about monetization things for Champions here in a second. There's a lot to break down there. This is the extent of what we got in English. We got to see what their name's Caraway. Like caraway seed. Cool. I'm assuming this says they're the owner of the battle arena. When we get to the Japanese explanation on things, you'll get a little bit more like information about it, which that is next. So this is the Japanese Chinese side of things. According to the translations here, we're going to have access to 30 Pokemon in the base, free to play, no added, no nothing. If you wanted to pay for additional space via this starter pack, which you get an additional 50 Pokemon, you'll have 80 Pokemon total. I don't know if anybody can do simple math here. You probably only need a 30 for VGC. unless you're doing a ton, and I mean a ton of swapping around and changing of teams and doing a whole lot of stuff like that, you probably don't need to pay for this. You can. It's a one-time payment, so it's like you might as well. Yeah. It's probably money well spent. But in the grand scheme of things, if you have access to home, like if you're paying for full access to home, you probably don't need to pay for full access for this.
Yeah.
And we'll get to, because you get more access beyond the starter pack, which we'll get into when we get into the battle pass.
Yeah, stuff. I will just throw this in here. If you care enough about VGC to be listening to us three every single week, or not even every week, just even once, if you listen to us at least once, you probably are into the game enough where
by paying for the starter pack would make sense. Yes.
Yeah.
This is for the people who consistently play, like go to events, do a lot of testing. Like this is probably the people who should buy this. If you're just a casual fan enjoying playing with your friends on your phone or on your Switch or however you want to enjoy it and are just looking to get a little bit of extra free-to-play enjoyment, you do not have to pay for anything. This game is essentially effectively all free-to-play to an extent. The grind will probably drag, and that'll be what ends up getting you to buy stuff, which that's what it's designed to do. This is private battle lobbies shown off in the trailer. This is probably how we will be able to create our battles for competitive or whatever. This also has access for maybe spectator systems, which is something we have not had in a very long time.
I would love that.
So this could be a new way to either have like recordings, because you could record video via the Switch, or have a good way, like if you do have multiple Switches set up, you can have one Switch set up on the spectator mode and have that Switch recording for gameplay purposes instead of having the battle screen and move selects and things like that. This helps kind of keeps some of the semblance of hidden information, known information for like content creators when they're playing in tournaments and things like that. If you want to be able to hide that information, you could still stream, but you could do it via the spectator on your spectator Switch or whatever.
Yeah. I think one of the other cool things, just like throwing this as well, I know at least where I'm at in New England, we have a lot of events that have like streams. Like we actually have our own like New England tournament YouTube page for streams whenever certain TOs are doing their thing, and it's always okay which person has like like a Switch 2 now to sit at the spectators, like in like the quote unquote like the spectator setup. Now, if we have like a spectator mode, it's just the TO who's running the tournament throws their Switch in.
Yeah, you just get to join in on whatever game you want, which would be great.
Which you were able to do in Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to get this back.
Yeah. Character customization, not totally unexpected. Like you see this in Unite.
Yeah.
Like
it would have been Pokemon more shocking had they taken this away.
Yeah, like this is even in like Pokemon trading card game online. Like this little stuff like this is part of all of what they do.
The one that I'm very excited about is custom Pokeball throw animations. I know that is such a minor thing, but we haven't had that since Sun and Moon?
Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield had it?
Yeah.
Actually,
I think you're making shit up now.
Scarlet and Violet does have it.
It does. It was also part of the DLC when the DLC came out.
No, it didn't.
Scarlet and Violet has it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't
because
my
Pokeball throw is this. I have the lazy throw.
Yeah, because mine is I have like the Galarian trainer throw because the number of times I've called Scarlet and Violet Sword and Shield. I think I'm just always going to have a soft spot for Galar, so
I miss Sword and Shield, man.
Same. Kind of.
We saw Caraway. This is Nakajima. Apparently, this is her dad. I don't know. That's what the translation says. Cool.
Yeah, why not?
I know who these people are.
Some old guy. some important thing. I can't read this. I'm sorry.
This is Chuppa.
Yeah, not actually, but you know what I mean.
But also like they aged up about 30 years.
Yeah, pretty close, probably. So this is where we start getting into the monetized side. This is where we start seeing paid memberships, increased box size, increased battle count, battle teams, exclusive missions to help get you more resources. Apparently, additional battle music flocks behind the memberships,
which is so ridiculous.
It's silly,
Sure,
but it's
man.
Cool. It gives you like an extra little into your value.
So one of the other things like that is like a big thing. Now, I always honestly like I just choose one battle music. I just stick with it. I think my battle music since 2023 has just been Blood Moon Beast. Since the first DLC is dropping, that's just what it's been for 2.5 years.
I think I've set mine to random every time.
I bounce between the Ruin and the Legendary Trio. Those are the two.
Those are good.
Those are the only two.
Yeah. So they are bringing a lot of the classic music, like just from what it sounds like from all the different games, all those different battle music options are going to be in the game, which is really fun because like if we're getting, like classic Ruby Sapphire, I'm going to play so many trumpets.
Of course.
As I play.
So many. Yeah. That I will be only on Gen 3 music if we get Gen 3 music.
Absolutely.
100%. Or if they give me the Gen 6 versions of the Gen 3 music, I will be only on that. Yeah. But I will expand. The membership is not the same as the battle pass.
Yes.
For those that may have played Unite, Unite has a membership side and it has the battle pass. The battle pass changes monthly. Or seasonally, I guess is the best way to. Sometimes it takes 6 weeks, sometimes it takes 4 weeks, depending on how long the season is. Membership is a monthly charge, which the Unite membership is. I think it's currently $10, $9.99, which it used to get you roughly $15 worth of gems, 2 rental skins, 2 access to 2 playable characters. And some other goodies for $10. I can imagine this is probably going to be in the $5 to $10 range a month because it's not a big thing. You might be able to do like you do for home and pay for a year and have access to a year of this membership. We don't actually know how much it is yet. We don't know anything about the monetization side of this, but we're kind of just guessing based on their other models they have for this other free to play game, Unite. Because this resembles a lot of how Unite is set up monetization wise. Just looking into it, the more and more like I read, it's like, oh, Unite is the same way. Battle Pass, free to play games usually have this to kind of keep rewards, keep you interested in playing. This is a unpurchased Battle Pass. These locks here mean that you will not probably earn these rewards. Whereas on this one, this is a purchased battle pass. So when the way it works is you'll play the game, you'll earn whatever, I guess they're calling them season battle scores or season battle points, whatever it is, and you'll be able to climb the ranks. If you have paid for the battle pass, you'll get every rank as you hit it. If you have not paid for the battle pass, you will skip the ones that are locked and you will have to level up to the next level to get the next thing. So you won't get a reward hitting level 2. You'll get a reward hitting level 3. And skips 4 goes to 5. Skips 6 probably hit 7. Maybe hit 8 after that, and maybe skip to 10 or whatever.
As you can also see, like just looking at this, there are just in the top. It looks like there's 150 levels. And if you want to go to the paid pass, the other thing that we want to note is that as you can see here, you have certain Pokemon such as Emboar. I'm assuming like you get this Emboar.
This allows you to recruit Emboar.
Yep.
Yes.
And the other thing is that 4 you have that is the Emboar Knight, and so that comes down to it where we aren't 100% sure how this is going to work. Where will there be mega Pokemon or mega items stuck behind a battle pass? And will it be like in the pay to win of, oh, this is the best mega Pokemon? Like they're going to have like like Kangaskhanite or like
I
Gengarite, or, like,
will
stuff
say
behind
this
blocks
this is
there.
Mega Dragonite right here.
That is Mega Dragonite.
That is Dragonite. That is what this is.
Yeah. So
I know it's dumb, but I really think they should have just called it the Dragon Knight. But I know they can't. So instead, calling it the Dragon Knight is so much funnier, and I can't explain that to you.
Yeah.
So,
so right here
you will get some Mega Stones for free.
Yep. Now the question is, will these stones become available later or through different?
That's usually how these work. Usually, they'll give you certain stones for free at the start of of a game, and then as the game goes on, those ones that were paid before eventually do become free. Those ones, cannot talk. Embornite might end up being free probably in Battle Pass 5. It might be in that Dragonite slot instead. That's usually just kind of how these things go. The ones that are locked behind the paywall eventually do come to the game and are available to everyone and are free, but it just takes time. Time and is the name of the game here. This is how they keep you engaged. This is how they keep you actively playing. Where else do we have? No, that was the last of the things. We could watch the trailer. I think this trailer is probably the better trailer. Low key. I have to mute it, otherwise we're gonna get DMCA'd. But this is probably the trailer we should have got for English, and you can see like there's Maushold, Venusaur,
it's a
Giraffe, Heracross and Pinsir, Dondozo Geary, Gyarados, there's Dragapult, Starmie,
Blastoise,
Furfrou, Victini's on the front. I will say the music is great for this trailer. If you haven't watched this trailer, go find it. I highly recommend it. The music's fantastic. But we get to see them send out battles and Hatterene Superior, Como Incineroar, everybody's hated Pokemon.
Yeah, when I saw the clip of
when Wolf got to it, he just
like the light just left his eyes.
Like, we got more out of this trailer than we did in our trailer, which is sad. But looking through, you could see a lot of the new Pokemon, a lot of Megas that we kind of expected to be in the game, a lot of Pokemon from the Kalos region that are in CA are also in the game. A lot of the Paldea Pokemon are also in the game. We also got to see through it's either the Chinese or the Japanese side, the Megas for Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja, and got a peek at their abilities. They're
the hidden abilities besides
Delphox. So bulletproof for Chestnut, protein for Greninja, which this is kind of cool because we don't know how protein works with Megas. A Mega's never had protein before, so we don't know if it's going
the same.
We don't know if it's a reset when it Mega Evolves, or if it's.
No, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
We don't know if it resets the types when it Mega Evolves, or if it keeps the type when it Mega Evolves. Okay. So we don't know if it's going to be a situation of I'm Water Dark, I used a move, I turned dark, and then I Mega Evolved, I went back to Water Dark, and then I used a Water move, and now I'm Water.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's how that's going to work, or if it's going to be I used a dark move, I'm just a dark type still after I Mega Evolve, cool, whatever. And then Delphox got Levitate.
Yeah, this is one that a lot of people were assuming that it was going to get.
Thematically, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's literally, it's not in the ground.
It's flying. It's literally on the broom. Like, what do you want it to do?
Now, it does suck because you aren't able to play the size spam aspect of it. However, because one of the things with clicking Expanding Force and Psychic Terrain is that the user needs to be grounded in order for it to get the benefit.
Correct.
What it does open up, though, now delphox is just a really, really fast, really, really strong special attacker, and instead of being pigeonholed onto these size spam teams, it's going and you can. I'm not saying throw it on real teams. That's like not good to size spam. There are good size spam players out there.
We'll have Armor Rouge. Gosh.
Yeah, you have to use Armor Rouge now, but like I think it will at least open up if you want an offensive fire type on your team. It'll, especially in a format that might not have Chiyu or Ogerpon, the Mega Delphox could be an option. And the way you get all these Megas, along with the Mega Stone for Eternal Float, is you need to transfer the Pokemon. You don't even have to transfer them to champions. You just need to transfer them to home.
Yeah, you just need to get them into home.
From ZA though, so you can't just take your.
You can't take your Greninja, Delphox, and what? Yeah, it has to be from ZA to home.
Yeah.
Which this makes me really worried about how accessible like Eternal Floet's going to be. I imagine like they'll have to make sure it's almost always like easily recruitable in champions, because those that don't have ZA will never see this Pokemon otherwise.
Yeah.
So it's just like, man, this is a Pokemon that is locked into one game that, unless you get it in an event for a different game to transfer into home, is never going to see it. And so it's like you either got to be able to recruit this in champions later, or it's just going to be a situation of good luck finding your Urshifu, scrub. But yeah, we also got to see things like Tinkaton, Hatterene, Grimmsnarl's coming back, Mimikyu. This is suspected to be Serena. It looks kind of Serena-esque.
It looks,
you can see like the hair and then the white body and the legs sitting here. Obviously, we saw Emboar. We got to see Meganium and Conkeldurr, I guess. Meganium here, Conkeldurr right here. Ampharos, Klefki, maybe Rotom. This is probably a stretch.
Wait, what kind of what is that? Is that new?
It's just like a little Rotom device. Not necessarily Rotom as a Pokemon.
To
it's
be
just
fair,
a Rotom
every
device.
game now has Rotom in it because Rotom has taken over every digital item ever in the Pokemon universe. So like,
petition right now. We need Rotom Stereo to just be like a normal electric type with Levitate and Hyper Voice. I need that.
Yeah, we'll talk about
we're not gonna have time to get to Pokopia. We're already 35 minutes into this.
I was going to say next week we'll get to that when we have the game, and that I cannot wait to play that. I mean,
yeah, that's all you, bud. I'm gonna
saw Noivern, Victini, obviously, but yeah, there was a lot of. It's just Noivern's just cut up off the top. But yeah, the Japanese side has all the information about the Dragonite mystery gift you're going to get, how to get your stuff from home to champions. Yeah, like they got all this cool info, and we got none of it.
Yep.
This is what I was looking for. This image.
Okay. So what is this image here?
So this image is looking at what is effectively EVs for your Pokemon.
Eevee? Are they confirmed Eevee at all in this game yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the trailer we just watched. You weren't here for the trailer, but so as you can see here, victory points are used to change these add to the stat totals of your Pokemon. 32 means you get a total of 66 stack points. Which we talked about this when we first saw it. It's 1 point more than originally we had in Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, in most cases. Like,
you could finagle it to where you could get 66, but it was usually very, very particular circumstances.
Yep.
Now it's no matter what. You're going to have 66 points. Whatever it is. You can do one here, and do this. Like, there's no unoptimal EV usage anymore because now everything's just ones and zeros.
Yep, which is great for Trick Room because one of Pokemon, because one of the things like downsides of Trick Room Pokemon is that if you wanted to invest, say, in like your HP and one of your defenses, you would kind of have to be quote unquote unoptimal. Because you would be wasting the 4 points somewhere. You don't want to put it in speed. That's the good thing that happened for Trick Room Pokemon. We'll get to the so.
The bad thing is we think IVs are gone, and so either A, there's two solutions here. I guess solutions is probably not the right term. So there's two situations here. One, they take the base speed on all of their slow Pokemon and turn them down just a little bit more. That is one way they can kind of get around fixing the EVs or IVs and not having 31s and zeros anymore. Two, they do not care and they just leave them be. Because guess what? The bottom is still the bottom.
My guess is it's going to be 2. I think it's just going to be the big thing is people have to just relearn as like playing against Trick Room, knowing that, hey, like there's no like 30 some odd speed like Amoonguss anymore. It's just 50 or other Pokemon like that.
Like the bottom is still the bottom. There is no going to 0 to try and underspeed specific Pokemon anymore. It is your base speeds are all just going to be whatever they are. You can't. And you can only go up. You can't go down.
It's really interesting, right? Because like mechanically, it means that like there's less information for players to have to like learn, right?
To guess, yeah. Like there's less guesswork into it.
Immediately.
Yeah, which is good. That's what we want.
I agree with that. I also think it's really interesting because now it means that like there's going to be more speed ties.
Yeah,
or the potential for speed ties, I should say.
I'd say that it doesn't. It's already mostly a thing anyway. Like the optimal TR teams were always trying to be the slowest possible for TR, and so you could get cheeky and go, oh, I'm going to be 1 point faster so I can reverse TR and then I'm still faster. But at that point, you're still slower than the teams that aren't playing TR. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, is there any value in that? No, not really. Because the odds you run into another TR team in a given season are about the same as you're going to run into a non-TR team in a given season. So at that point, you're min-maxing for hypothetical matchups, and that's where you start to get into trouble. Yeah. But the way we did the math total, I think it's like $200 a point, like 200 VP a point or something. Ends up being
about
like 3,000 VP to change all that change EVs. And then moves, I think, are like 500 a piece. So it ended up being some 5-digit number to make one Pokemon, which isn't bad, depending on how accessible VP is. But what else did we see? This is just all the data for the back end of the game, accessibility and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much everything we know about Champions going forward.
Yeah, we got a lot of information.
We got a month.
Yeah. Which is good, gives us time to actually prepare. Like I wouldn't say it would be a nightmare scenario because we would have the game. But yeah, there was a scenario where it's like, hey, have fun, and we're just trying to figure out what the hell this game is the entire weekend. Now you have some time to prepare for it. Like, we know when it's coming. The only thing that sucks is April. We don't know when it's going to play into April. Like, Reg F ends in March. We are getting something in April, whether it's continuation of Reg F or whether it's Regulation I.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be I.
I do too, because then the next question is, how long is it going to be? Is it just going to be April? It's going to be April and May. Is it going to be going all the way through NAIC?
So here is my new thought process. Because of the way they talked about they talked about worlds in particular in the little presents. The whatever his name is, the Pokemon Company Nintendo of America guy, who was talking about the Pokemon XP event. Yeah. He said they will be playing for the first time ever on Champions.
So you
at this point, I don't think we're going to see Champions in a single event until Worlds. At this point, that is my new guess. Now that we have more information, unfortunately, that is probably the situation we're in.
That is wild.
And then it sucks because we really wanted to be off these games.
Yeah, it sucks big time.
But looking at the way the Champions is like, the setup is like, how it's monetized, how the game grind is going to be, you want to give players as many months as possible on this game in order for them to be competitively ready for Worlds, right? You don't want it to be, oh, hey, here's Champions in April, your first event's in May, good luck. Like, that's cool 4 weeks, but that's one battle pass. Like, that's one battle pass worth of events, of extra stuff you're going to get, and that's probably not a lot. Like, you would probably have to play every single day for hours on end to probably complete that battle pass. And in enough time to be ready for an event in May. Which is not feasible. That's you should not ask your players to do that ever. But in other news, we got Gen 10.
Yes.
Welcome Rowlet 2.0, Sobble 2.0, and Toby Fox.
One minute. I'm looking at, like, what was it? It's a
Pombon, Gekla, Brout.
Gekla, Brout. There is a single thought behind Pombom's eyes.
Oh no!
Like that.
Oh, there's no thoughts. I don't know what you're talking about.
So
he looks so stupid.
Carter's Pombon. You already know this.
I love him so much.
I'm taking Gekla, which means you're stuck with Brout. Sorry, bro.
So actually, I was kind of like, Aaron was like Brout Gang, and I'm like, buddy, Brout Gang. So this actually kind of works.
It's like, this is how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like, I haven't really. I just honestly, I've kind of felt this way since like the Gen 6 starters. Every time we get new starters, like, none of them speak to me.
I love them. Every generation, I've had one where I'm just like, I love this.
Yeah,
it's always the fire starter.
I really haven't had that in a while, so I was like, okay, I can go with it. Like, look at him, like he looks fine. He's like a little angry bird.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
I think Brought's design is really lame, in my opinion. I think it's.
Did you just call it Brought?
Isn't that his name?
Brout.
Oh, whatever.
Don't talk about my child like that. God,
it's not a hot dog.
I've only known him for 2 days or whatever, but I will kill for him.
I've sent Carl, I don't know how many TikTok memes.
Oh, I have sent him just as many back. It is so much fun just to see all the memes of Pombon. It is so great.
I love them. They're so good.
But yeah, I will say, it's like, big fan of the Aqua Gecko design. I like this a lot. Pombon is cute. I like this design too. This feels lazy.
This feels
to me. It just feels lazy.
It does feel lazy.
Like, this has got to have a really good middle and like final Evo to even be like redeemable, or it's going to get relegated to Chikorita tier very, very quickly.
Well, like, if its stats are good, it won't be, but.
No,
so go back to Pombon. See those two little front paws? Like, see those right there? Tape them to the ground. because one of two things is going to happen.
Incin 2.0.
Incin 2, that's what I'm expecting.
It's either going to be the first one, like fire starter, like this is stay on all fours, or it's going to be like the anthropomorphic poster child of Bear Week in P-Town every summer.
I'm telling you, it's Toby Fox. Have you guys not played Undertale? Do you guys not know what I'm talking about?
No, I do know what you're talking about. I haven't played Undertale, but I do know what you're talking about. Yes, I know the Undertale like style and everything. Toby Fox actually, he announced he did work on music for this game.
Oh, that's.
I mean, he also worked on music for Scarlet Sword and Shield.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it was Ed Sheeran who did Scarlet Violet.
Yeah.
You know that song hit number? It was like one of the. It was I think it like hit 10 in the year-end charts in Australia in 2024.
Nice.
The song that Ed Sheeran made for Scarlet and Violet. I had to then explain that to like my coworkers how I knew that song, and they were like, "What is wrong with you?"
You cannot tell me Pombon isn't literally this. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Oh yeah, no, I see it now. Yeah.
And then the Evo is gonna be where is it?
It's gonna be the really angry one, right? The one where it's like standing up and it's at night or whatever.
Yeah, but it can't stand up. We don't want it to stand up.
No, but that's what it's gonna be.
I hate it so much.
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find the Dog Knight.
What types do we think that they're going to be?
I think it's gonna be grass fighting.
No, I was actually leaning into the grass ground.
Yeah, I was thinking grass
Ground is good.
I think Pombom's going to be our first fire fairy.
Because this is the Bean Chick Pokemon? Is that what this is?
Yes.
I think this is based off of the burrowing owls.
Yep.
So this is leaning in my head grass ground. This is probably in the situation of
I want to say fire. It's giving fire fairy.
That was my thought. It's like it's
also
probably
was thinking
fire fairy. And then this is probably in the realm of like either water poison or
which is why I think thematically
water
it makes
psychic.
sense that it is grass fighting, because then you are double weak to the other type. So if it's fire fairy, you're double weak, and then if it's water poison, that doesn't make sense for
you're
grass.
getting like, kind of like a reverse sort of like triangle. Yeah, no, I
It doesn't
see that
like
with the fight.
It would have to be
there isn't
water
another
dark?
perfect triangle.
No, it can't be water dark.
No, I mean this could be, but
I'm trying to think of like how to complete that triangle. If it's fire fairy,
fire fairy, water dark, and grass fighting would.
Yeah.
Oh, fighting. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Would complete that trio, but if you give this grass fighting, you are literally just throwing Hisuian Decidueye in the freaking trash can.
Yep.
The Pokemon that you just made, the Pokemon starter you just gave grass fighting to, you are throwing it in the trash can.
Right next to Breloom. Sadly.
But the reason why like water poison or water poison works is this is a gecko. Thematically it kind of makes sense. Fire fairy is just like it's something we don't have yet, so it makes sense for it to be like on an accessible starter. This also could just be like fire and a different type, probably not fighting, but who knows.
What do we think of... Well, actually, we can just scroll down a little more.
I want to scroll up because I want to look at these.
Okay. So I think you said it, Carl. Like this looks a lot like the Pokemon.
Oh no, this isn't looks. This is.
Okay, so it is.
This is 100% the new Pokemon New Snap engine. I've played enough of that game. This is the game models from New Snap.
It looks so much better.
Oh my goodness. New Snap does not look like a Pokemon game. It looks like a different game entirely. And you can tell it on this game because this is the same freaking water features in New Snap. This is how the water looks in New Snap. I love it. It is going to be so beautiful for a Pokemon game.
I forget who said it in the channel when we were talking about it at the time, but they're like, "Oh, we're gonna be able to go underwater." I'm like, we did that in Gen 3.
Yeah, but like that's okay.
Tell me I'm wrong, Angelo. Go on.
Figure it out.
It's just the children don't know the tales of us elders.
You could literally do it in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That was Gen.
What I said.
That's also Gen 6. Like, so it's not that long ago.
It was 12 years.
Gen 6 was like a decade and a half ago. It was like 15 years
It was so
ago
long.
or something.
I am so old.
I hate.
Oh, and then we have these cool
designs.
Pikachu.
I hate these Pikachu designs.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't like them.
I'm not going to say my thoughts on the podcast for the risk of us getting in trouble. I will text you guys after. I mean, they're on vacation, so to speak. I think it's like, so if you scroll up again, I think you get like Mr. Windy Chew is like your guide or partner or whatever if you get Pokemon wins.
Yeah.
Miss Wavy Chew if you pick Pokemon Waves. So far, just based on your Pikachus, what are you leaning? Because I'm not sure.
I'm obviously the water kid, so I'm going to pick Waves just because I like water.
I do too. So I'm also leaning Miss Wavy Chew, like, has like that, like got little flowers.
Oh, this Pikachu has no influence on anything I pick, but
I don't think so either. I have a feeling it's gonna show up in the intro as like the professor's Pikachu, and then you'll like only see it if you go back.
I don't know. I feel like the Pikachu's gonna have. I have a feeling the Pikachu's gonna have to play a little bigger role. I don't know. You're right. Maybe they literally just are like, okay, well, we have to get Pikachu in here somewhere. Let's give it a 10 and put it out there.
There's your special hint. There you go.
Yeah.
Where are we at? 56 minutes. Can we cram Seattle in like 15-20 minutes?
Kind of not really. We can at least just do like an overview. How about this? We'll just talk about
let's talk data. Let's just focus on data because we're at the point in this format nobody cares about what the teams are.
Well, I know there's two teams.
There's teams that we liked, but overall team composition has been pretty much boiled down to these are the top X whatever teams. These are the archetypes you're looking to beat. You can kind of throw whatever you want at the wall and figure it out from there. But looking at how they perform, how Pokemon perform, kind of gives you an idea of which archetypes are going to do well versus others. That's kind of what we're getting into in this situation. God dang, was it a bad week for Rillaboom? Holy cow!
Yeah, Rilla's just been struggling in general. A lot of teams recently have just been going with Amoonguss or Ogerpon as their grass types of choice. The highest placing Rillaboom was on Rushiel's team, Conkeldonk. Shout out New England. In 9th place.
Yep.
He is one of 2 players to have a Rillaboom in top cut. The other being Thomas Irwin in 12th place. Both Rushiel and Thomas were just running Bolt Balance. Hell, you had Emilio for... no, Emilio was not running Bolt Balance.
Nope.
Why did I think you... No, that must have been wrong. Shout out PokeData for not having the data right. But yeah, like just looking at Rillaboom here. One moment. on the team side, if I can click. So yeah, like after the top two, like your next Rillaboom isn't until 30th place.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of absurd, but I'm here for it.
One of the big notable things here, it also sucked to be a Landorus this weekend.
Yes.
Like there's Landorus Incarnate minus 4.23 going into day 2. Landorus Therian minus 3.19% going into day 2. Like it was a rough day to be, I guess, weak to ice.
Yeah.
That's the conclusion I'm getting for these top 4. It's like it sucked to be weak to ice. I don't know why. I don't know what crazy ice type was magically appearing that was ruining people's days, but maybe there was just more incidental ice coverage here lately. I don't know. Like I know Cresselia was playing
the Mons again.
I know Cresselia was playing Icy Wind.
I'm just is this can you do by total appearances?
No.
Okay, can you do by day 2 usage then?
I can.
Total appearances just sort by usage.
Oh yeah, duh. Let's see. Fluttermane gets Icy Wind. Tornadus gets Icy Wind. I learned recently that Raging Bolt gets Weather Ball, which I did not realize.
Yep.
It's this one. I bet you it's this one right here.
Chem Meow. Even with the negative change from day 1 to day 2, a lot of the Chempows now, if you want to just dive into Chempow real quick, we can see, looking at its Terra type usage, Stellar Terra being at 25% and Terra Ice being its 4th most used. People are using more offensive Terras on this Pokemon, and even Life Orb is kicking up a little as an item. Still, your classic Terra Ghost Focus Sash set is always going to be the bread and butter of this Pokemon, but more and more people are using the more offensive version. For example, you have second place Sebastian Gonzalez running a Stellar Terra, like just going full offense on his Chien-Pao. Stellar Terra with Ice Shard, Sucker Punch for double priority, and the Life Orb item. The other Chien-Paos that did well, or at least top cut, you have 8th place Rob went with the more standard version, the Ice Spinner, Sucker, Sacred Sword, Protect, Sash, Terra Ghost. Who else ran one? Keon Campbell in 10th. Also played a relatively standard version, and I believe that Joe Ugarte's was standard. So he was Sash with Terra Grass.
Yeah, I'm about to say Joe likes the Terra Grass.
Yeah. So we did see more Sash, which at 50% item usage, it makes sense, but the top finishing Chien-Pao was this more offensive variant.
There were 7 in top 32.
Yep.
That's a lot.
So if you were one of the Chien-Pao players who did make it to day 2, you did have a good day. In day 2, it's just that the percentage...
The getting to day 2 was the hurdle.
Yeah.
Cresselia had a really good weekend. Dragonite had a good weekend. Dark Urshifu had a really good weekend. Again, Ursaluna had a really good weekend. Like, this Pokemon's still, like... Everybody knows how good this thing is. It's still performing really well. Nobody's really figured out how to take it out yet. Hi, Lily. Bye, Lily.
Yes, you had both Colin Hire in 3rd place. And
Battle Room.
Yep, and Terran Birdie in 6th place with 2 different variants of the Ursaluna. Colin using it with the Cresselia and balance pieces, while Terran running the version with just Tornadus.
The version we're used to seeing.
Yep. With Tornadus, no Trick Room Setter, which was nice. And then you also had 15th Gary Keon using Cresselia and Ursaluna along with Corviknight as like a nice cool little tech. And our first bubble team is the Tornadus P2 version of the Ursaluna team. So yeah, a lot of Ursaluna this weekend, and a lot of success with it. Now, I was going to say, like, before we go into
too bad.
Let me finish. There were 3 teams, one that each of us saw that we wanted to talk about. Carl, yours?
I'm claiming mine first because I'm sad. He just missed Top Cut. I'm sad.
Yeah, yours. When I saw this team on stream, I'm watching it.
I'm pretty sure you sent it to us and said, "This is the most Carl-coded team I've ever seen." Is your exact word?
It is, because this is a team this is something I would probably build and or play.
Yeah, like literally just the most Carl-coded team ever. Take it away.
So for those that do not know Okidogi is a monster. It has really good matchups into a lot of this format. Checks Ursaluna really well. It forces things like Fluttermane and the other potential fairy types floating around to run away and hide, because Gunk Shot at +1 just wrecks your shit. The pairing with Grimmsnarl Screeds is really, really strong. Alongside that pairing, Moltres Galar checks everything that Okidogi is scared of. Things like Urshifus can be a problem for Okidogi to break through because you don't really have any good offensive hits into them. Moltres solves that problem with Air Slash. You also have access to some redirection here in the form of Amoonguss and Ogerpon Cornerstone. It helps keep your Okidogi and your Moltres safe, even through with the extra protection from screens. Crits are still scary, so you want to try to mitigate as much damage on those Pokemon as possible. The star of the show on this team in particular, though, is this Bronzong. You want to talk about a game-ruining Pokemon for the Ursalunas in the format? This is it. There is no way Ursaluna breaks through this thing if it has not Terran. You will not break through it. I do not care who you are. You resist Facade. You are immune to Earthquake and Headlong Rush. You have access. You will win the damage war because they're burnt and you're leftovers. This is literally just solves the Ursaluna format in one Pokemon. Yeah. It's great. This is perfect. This is what you're looking for in a Pokemon to check things. Yep. You also just happen to Oko Fluttermane with Gyro Ball. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and one of the other things, like, not with this team, but just in general, like, not only is the Bronzong an Ursaluna answer, it's also an unbelievable partner for Ursaluna. One of my locals, Dawe, went and finished day 2 in this tournament using Bronzong next to the Ursaluna. Not only as a way to win the Ursaluna mirrors, but as a Pokemon, a Trick Room setter that could sit next to the Ursaluna and still be active in the Trick Room.
It does the Terra flying P2 stuff without having to use Terra.
Yep.
But yeah, this team is fantastic, and this is the fact that it was just missed on the Top Cut is very, very sad for me. I really wanted this to at least make it into Top Cut so I could talk about it more. But because we spent so much time talking about champions, we are kind of just rushing through Seattle. So, Carter.
Yeah, this thing's fucking sick, bro!
Okay, so I'm going to say... So, I saw this team, a screenshot of it, sent to my team building group. I was like, what is this?
I don't know, but I'm here for it.
I got yelled at. I was like, Angelo, you're an asshole. This team is a team of all time. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I think the best way for me to describe it, as Chris and I were talking about today, this team is a draft league team where you spent all of your points on Indeedee, and then you realize, oh wait, I need things to do around it.
That seems right. That does seem a very apt description.
Yeah, like when you look at the team, so Weirdeer is an Intimidator who gets Expanding Force. It has a triple-digit special attack stat that I'm going to look up right now.
I think it's like 135.
130.
Yeah, that's a really good special attack.
Is it? I have no idea. I'm throwing out a number. You said you were looking it up, so I was making a guess.
Let me see.
Oh, no.
105.
105.
Oh, that's way worse.
That's a lot worse.
No, so like the thing is, it's like you have so like, but still, it's a triple digit special attack stat. You get the stab. You can go Terra Ground to get your Earth power. You can be so your speed control, your damage, and your intimidate all in one Pokemon. Makes sense. Sounds really good. Iron Crown does your job just better as an expanding force Pokemon, and I think that's really like what the team gets into. Like you're doing the Galarian Zapdos with the Psychic Seed stuff, and acrobatics and bulk up. I think that's really cool. I think it's taking what you're doing with this. Okay, I want this to be a team based around my Psychic terrain. I have this expanding force. I have this Psychic Seed Pokemon doing acrobatic stuff. I have like all these different pieces. I have this like Tailwind setter that is like a fairy and like a pollen puff. Like the Rabombi is a quasi like Whimsicott.
It's a Whimsicott without Prankster.
But like with the pollen puff, it also plays. I mean, not that Amoonguss is using the pollen puff right now, but it plays that role. Sweet Veil is a great ability. It pretty much stops all the sleep stuff, which is really cool. You can't be spored, you can't be yawned, which we did see in its draft match. I think not draft match.
It's feature.
Its feature on day one. I think like the big like Banded Pulse cool, AV T-Tar's cool. Like these are all cool Pokemon.
The curse is throwing me off.
The curse is literally the only way this thing beats Dozo.
I mean, cool, but
that's literally all it's there for. It's there for the Dozo matchup, which if this team does not have a great regular Dozo matchup, and as we saw in the stream match, its Ting Dozo matchup, especially against the which is weird to say the Terra Poison Ting Lu, because you're like, oh, it's an expanding force team. Vessel of Ruin.
Yeah, so, I'm like, man, like how does this, like, the curse is just like it's cool, but if you force this Dragapult to Terra before you can curse, like like if you force this Dragapult to Terra before you can curse, like what are we doing with our lives, man? Because a lot of these Dozo teams just play Fluttermane and Chi-Yu, and I'm just like, man, it sure would suck to lose your Pokemon that is your answer to Dozo before the Dozo hits the field.
Yeah, I think like a lot of the things with this team is that it functionally when you're looking at the roles of team building, it fits a lot of those roles. But then you do have to think of like the other side of it, which is there a Pokemon that can do this role better? And in a lot of cases, the answer is
I'm about to say 9 times out of 10, there's a lot of Pokemon on this team that does it better. I will say, the Psychic Seed Zapdos Galar is cute. It's a non-bow with your Psychic terrain still, though.
Yeah,
you're gonna get clicked by the fake out button every time unless you Terra. Which if that's the situation you're in, you're forced to Terra to try and prevent a fake out getting you. Buddy, let me help you out here. We got other Defiant Mons that can sit on the ground. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just cool team. Like I'm glad to see some like you put time into the team. You really thought it out, and you got a good result. Like so, John finished 63rd place.
8-4, 63rd. Yep.
Yeah. In an event this big, fuck yeah, that's great. So honestly, like this is not like a knock on John. It's just all the props to him. But this is definitely like the example of cooking too hard.
Yeah, we spend a little too much time in the kitchen.
No such thing.
As someone who works in the kitchen, 100% there is.
Now the thing is with this event, it's weird because like there wasn't really a team that spoke out to me at all.
Yeah.
There was one. I'll like give you like guys like my team, and then we can start wrapping this up.
I missed the Gigas. There's a Gigas in 65th.
Yeah, throw that up, and then we'll talk about mine, or like the team that I was looking at.
Oh, there's also an Oinkalone in 66th.
Okay, so the Oinkalone in 66th. So that player, we'll get to that after. Let's do the Gigas. Let's do that team.
You want to talk about 2-2-2? Here you go. This is a combination of all time.
This is definitely a team.
For those that may not be familiar, Regigigas has the ability Slow Start. Slow Start means that for the first 5 turns, it has halved attack and speed. Neutralizing Gas obviously turns off Slow Start, which means Regigigas gets to use its freakishly huge attack stat and its decent speed stat and just start hitting things. In the Sword and Shield era, this was great because you could max strike things into oblivion and slow them down for the rest of your team. In Scarlet and Violet, it's not as good because your normal moves still suck. Crush Grip isn't great. Giga Impact isn't ideal. You don't want to be doing recoil because you're already taking recoil with Fire Forms, so things like Takedown aren't really great either. So Regigigas, in my opinion, just isn't quite set up for Scarlet and Violet. As much as I want to use Blueberry and play with it, it just hasn't been great. But when they can't plan for Regigigas, Weezing, and Tatsugiri Dozo, it probably gets a whole lot better. The Pokemon that beat Regigigas in this format, things like Urshifu and whatnot, probably they just don't fare well into Dondozo. So it's an interesting setup of, okay, are they going to lead Dozogiri? Are they going to lead Weezing Galar? Like, how are they going to beat me this time? Because you throw out, the scary thing is you throw out Weezing, Regigigas, and Dondozo on the field at the same time as your lead, and you just have the other two in the back, and it's just, okay, opponent, you got to figure out what I'm doing. Good luck. And that's probably how they won most of their games. If I'm being honest, that's probably how you win most of these games. What's cool about the Dozo with the Oblivious Rocky Helmet is it plays a very fair solo Dozo game still as well. So that means you're not 100% locked into bringing Tatsugiri to every matchup, which opens up the door to things like Fluttermane and Moltres. Galar coming in. But this is really cool.
Yeah. One of the other cool things is you have the Icy Wind along with the Specs Moltres Galar to do that, like, similar to what we were seeing earlier in the format with the Hisuian Arcanine and the Icy Wind plus Thunder Wave Flutter, just spamming a spread move that flinches and either a move that paralyzes you and makes you slower or a spread move that makes you slower in order to just hacks your opponent out of games.
I might copy paste this one to Showdown and tinker with it a little bit. This is just, it just seems funny.
Okay, let's go to the Oikaloni team real quick.
All right.
And more so, this is just like a little bit of VGC history than anything. The team itself, like, we do have the Arachniid, which is cool, playing Infestation and Wide Guard with leftovers. The reason I'm bringing this up specifically, though, so Trista apparently has been playing VGC forever. Her player ID is 300.
Yeah.
Like, this is someone who's been playing VGC longer than some of your younger masters. Like a lot, like the old heads like Chalky in the New England server were like popping off that she like day 2. Like, I think she's made worlds pushes well in the past. And this is just like a very good veteran player having some fun. Oikaloni is a Pokemon of all time.
It is definitely a Pokemon in this game.
Yep, Oikalone exists.
Okay, so is Aromavale also... No, that's not the same as Sweet Vale.
It's not.
What does Aromavale do?
I don't fucking know.
I know you don't. I'm asking Carl.
Carl doesn't fucking know.
Aromavale? I can't remember if this is the one that... Yeah, it's the no taunt encore thing.
Okay.
I was like, I think it's the no taunt one, and I tried to remember. It's like, yeah, it's the no taunt.
Yeah.
No taunt, no encore, no disable, no torment, etc.
Yeah.
Cursed body, no attract, yeah, stuff like that. Stuff that would limit your move selection, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. So shout out Krista, making us old people, showing us that we can play this game too.
Showing that the senior citizen VGC players can still play.
We still got it, and I'd say our last team before we probably do like a deeper dive into stuff. Maybe next week who can stay. I think the team I'll pick is 102nd David Hutners.
Goodness, you're going way down here.
This is one that CJ just threw out for me, and because like recently I've been playing that rain team, the Pelipper, Water Pond, Excalibur, Iron Hands.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of like into this like rain, but it's not rain. But there's rain dance, but it's not a tornado, so it's fine. It's ethical.
Ethical when it's coming from a thunderous instead.
Yeah, ethical
rain. More ethical.
Ethical rain, sure.
That's actually what I was calling the team I played last week, and then I played unethical rain, and I got punched in the face by an Urshifu a lot.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
I don't know. I just
Deserved,
think this is a
honestly.
team. Like yes, you have your very standard Amoonguss, Incin, Urshifu, like Dango balance mode, but like Thundurus has just been a really cool Pokemon this entire format, and I do like Excalibur. I think it's one of my favorite Pokemon from Generation 9. I like just clicking Glaive Rush and Icicle Crash.
This might be a hot take, but Thermal Exchange should make you immune to fire type moves.
No, it's not it's not a hot take at all. It's a correct take.
I can't wait for Mega Excalibur to have Flash Fire.
Hold on, excuse me. So, as you might know, I'm working on a ROM hack.
Oh no! I'm giving him ideas. Oh no! So, bro, how far did you make it to Fire Red while we're waiting on Carter?
I'm in the middle of Mount Moon. I have not played at all. I spent like 8 hours at the house today just working on stuff.
I got to play Friday night. I haven't touched it since, but I'm in Cerulean.
Yeah, I also had like
I picked Best Boy.
I've been playing Diablo 2.
Yeah, I watched you die a lot.
Yeah. I'm so fucking mad about it, man. I had to rehunt all my keys again. I'm so upset.
Yeah, that happens.
So, Angelo, for the record, you need 3 sets of 3 keys, okay?
That's 9 keys total.
Correct. Each of these has, at best, a 1 in 9 chance of dropping from one particular boss.
Okay.
Each.
Okay.
So, there's 3 bosses. Each of them have, at best, a 1 in 9 chance. To then have to go fight 3 individual bosses, which then summons a portal. Like, each of those drops a piece, gives you a key, and you have to take those 3 keys and go fight the 3 final bosses at the same time. Carl watched me do that one. It was not fun.
Nope.
It lasted about 13 seconds.
Yep.
Well,
I spent hours gathering these keys.
Just for it to all end in 13
For it to go, yeah, I'm nowhere near close enough to beating this yet.
So what were you talking about with the ROM hack?
Oh, I just sent them a message saying we need to give Mega Excalibur Flash Fire.
You're welcome.
This is Carl's fault.
I should get credit. Just if it becomes the busted thing that nobody can beat, I should deserve credit. Just FYI. I can't wait till we get data mine for home.
Same, which we'll probably get the same time. Honestly, at this point, we'll probably get it at the same time as Champions.
Usually they'll have it updated the week before the launch, so we'll probably get it like the days leading up to it.
Yeah. So
maybe the week before.
What was it? What other stuff happened in the direct?
Masters, Pokopia. We got to see DJ Rodom.
Yep, and a new chef, like a chef gradient. So
Chef Dente.
I'm excited to see. Like,
if his first name's not Al, I'm so upset.
I mean, maybe it is. We don't know.
It could be.
Chef Dente usually implies Dente as the last name.
Correct. Which is why if his first name's not Al, I'm gonna be very.
We
upset.
won't know because nobody uses his first name, Carter.
No.
They call him Chef. That's
Well,
how
I'm
the
not
chef
gonna find
works.
out. I'm not playing this game, so
It's not a Carter.
it
game.
is
I'm
definitely
surprised.
not a Carter game.
No, it is not.
Also, I don't remember the last time Carter picked up his Switch and actually used it. So
I picked it up the other day.
Did you use it?
I turned it on.
did you use it?
I checked data on it. Yes.
Did you actually play a game?
I did not play a game. That's not what I said.
So you didn't use it.
So you didn't actually use it. You just checked data.
We're just using it. It has
No,
the
it's
data
not.
on it.
But yeah, we had that. I will say this: the one thing I was like,
Oh, we should. I kind of missed. Oh, we kind of glossed over this. Winds and Waves is only Switch 2.
I'm not
yeah,
surprised.
so that's what we expected it to be.
As
and
it should
also
be.
it's
Correct, yeah.
it's not coming out this year either.
It's 2027, which I was right.
Well, no, so they didn't say when in 2027.
I
but
would
you
really like spring release, but I doubt that's gonna happen.
We said within the next 12 months. So you have, like, we'll see what happens. It could be a February release. I wouldn't mind a spring release either. As we discussed last week, and I feel like I'm a broken record saying this, Pokemon's too big to matter or literally care about the holiday release cycle. Like, the games are going to sell for kids in the holidays or Christmas gifts anyways. And we're the people like us who are Pokemon fans with disposable income are just going to buy the game at launch anyways. They don't need it to. They don't. The sales aren't dependent on like that holiday rush.
So
yeah,
Ruby and Sapphire were March releases.
Ruby Sapphire were March releases. Black and White were March releases. Heart Gold Soul Silver were spring releases. Now, of course, this is based on localization. Fire Red and Leaf Green, that was like September 7th.
Diamond and Pearl were April release.
Yeah.
So, like,
Platinum,
it's only been since they've done global releases that they've been fall releases, then, is what it sounds like.
Which is another point I made when people were saying that, oh, like, they need to do, like, the holiday thing. Like, that's never been a thing for them outside of, like, yeah, like, once it hit the releases. They put the games out when they were ready. And it never affected them, and they didn't. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're gonna sell millions and millions and millions of units.
They're gonna
anyway.
make quadrillion dollars per release, so it
money
doesn't matter.
That we can't even fathom.
Yeah,
like imagining.
Like you're gonna make money anyway.
What did I hate you.
Walked right into it. Just let it just do it. It all writes itself.
Oh God. But yeah, like that's the other thing. It's Switch 2. It's going to be 2027. They didn't. It's not like they said like early 2027. Late.
It's open ended.
Which honestly I'm fine with because with VGC being on Champions, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we don't care anymore. We don't care.
Just make a game that works.
Make it look good.
Yeah, like make it run. Have the things in the game that it's supposed to have. Like just make it a more enjoyable thing. Especially after like pretty much the non-Legends releases have just been messes over the last few years. So just take the time you need. It needs to be, and if it is like holiday 2027 because you need another 2 years or so to get it ready, cool. Like that's awesome. Do it. Like we'll be fine. Hopefully, we should be.
We'll be fine.
I won't be.
Carter, you don't even play Pokemon. Don't get over it. You'll be over it.
That's fair.
Not on your Switch though.
He's been playing Yellow Kaizo.
I have been.
No, that's fixed.
Did you get to the house with you in it?
No, because it's accessible through Surf. I beat Erica, and that's as far as I've made it.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm also playing moderately blind because there's no documentation.
Well, you are the documentation. You
say he's the trailblazer.
Yes, I am taking notes.
Good.
Say take very good notes and then hand them to Pori, and then Pori will put them all in a
Pori doesn't do the documentation. That's Pete.
Well, whatever.
And yes, that is the plan. But Pete also can just like, because this is actually made in like through disassembly, it's really simple to just go in and check every trainer. But I don't have the capabilities of doing that, nor the like desire to do that.
Yeah.
So if and when he gets to the point of like getting around to making documentation for this game, it shouldn't be that hard. Pending that he will.
You could have it beat by the time he gets to it.
I mean, honestly, it's been beaten already.
Oh, it has been?
Yeah,
Dude, the E4 team that this guy took is absurd too. Like, just
what did he have?
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. While you're looking for that, I'll just throw out like the one thing I'm disappointed in is just no animation whatsoever. Like, I know we talked about how they had generations and evolutions for the 20th and 25th anniversaries. Nothing announced for the 30th anniversary, which I think is just very sad.
Nothing announced yet.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing announced yet. That I will hold out the hope for it, but that was one of those things where I was like, I'm not saying I'm the only one who likes it. There's got to be a ton of people who like it, but that's like one of those things where it's like, it's something I really enjoy. The special animations for Pokemon, telling stories that aren't just like the regular anime.
The big thing is those takes a lot of time and money for that kind of stuff, and if they are changing focus on how they want people to explore and experience Pokemon, then funneling the money and time that from those projects into other things that they are focused on probably is why we don't see as much in terms of animation and whatnot.
But yeah, hopefully we'll get something at some point.
What's the team, Carter?
Yeah,
Arrow, Dougie, Snorlax. So like, you know,
all right,
3 that you would anticipate. Gyarados, Electrode, Gengar.
What's the Electrode do?
I don't know. He didn't record it, so I can't tell you at all what happened.
So it's fast.
Like, that's
he didn't record it, but he has the end screen.
He has the screenshot of like him beating Champ.
I don't know how much I trust it. I live in the world of speedrunners being able to splice clips and like it goes unnoticed by people and AI for years. Like if you didn't record it and you don't have it, like let me watch it happen, I don't fucking believe you.
Because it was all done all offline too. So like
yeah, that's
like that's just beating the game.
I know
that
Swede is currently on a run. He's been streaming it in Discord. I think he's down in Cinnabar, at least pretty close to it now. So
neat.
And again, we don't have a calc, so like we aren't able to like check things.
Yeah, you kind of just going in.
We have like the major trainers like info, but that's it. So like we have gym trainers, like the gym leaders teams, but that's really it. But like we don't know like just every other trainer in the game, and a lot of them are just like Blue Kaizo transplants. There are a lot of them that are just the exact same trainer.
That saves a lot of time and effort. It's just plug and play. It's like, hey, this battle was already harder Blue Kaizo. Why do I need to make it even harder for Yellow Kaizo? Just take it.
Well, now the thing about it is because it's played with a hard level cap, after you beat the gym leader, you can just go up to the next cap.
Yeah, you isn't like the experience is just hard capped for you, so it's just like you just go to it and then you're just there. Right?
Yeah, so like
you don't have to worry about over leveling. It's just hard. It just stops it.
So I just beat Erica, and I'm already at like 66 for Koga, and I haven't done Rocket Hideout yet. So like all of Koga split, I'm now going to be at 66. So it should make like all the random trainers way easier, and it has.
Yeah.
But the gym fights are a little more complex because now you don't get the free level up on them because you're maxed out on your experience. So
I think that's fine. That's a fine trade-off.
Yeah.
Go that way. I don't want to play.
I'd rather like I'd rather just have like the gym leader fight actually be tougher.
Yeah.
Than like just getting smacked around by like Joe Schmo and NPC on Route 13.
Note to self: insert Joe Schmo on Route 13 in next ROM hack.
So I did. I think majority of my like losses have been just to random trainers because I didn't check like speed calcs. Because I'm not able to, like, without putting in a ton of effort to do so.
Yeah.
So like in Surge's gym, there's the back-to-back at the very beginning, and the guy has a Poliwrath, right? Well, Poliwrath has Poliwhirl speed in this, and because of that, I wasn't anticipating it being faster, so I lost 4 Pokemon to it. Because I'm just like, fuck, I don't have anything that can outspeed this, and it just clicks Hypnosis, and I, like, can't do anything.
Yeah.
So, like, I ended up losing...
Gen 1 Sleep.
Like, Dodrio to it, so, like, the one thing I could outspeed it with, I switched in and I got put to sleep. Like, well this is really bad.
Yeah. We ready to end this one? Cause,
I think so. Lily's getting irritated. She's getting wound up, so...
I'm exhausted.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. We're looking forward to another year of spending every single week with you. You can find us on our YouTube page at Littleroot Lessons, also on all podcatchers such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. Join us on our Discord, which the notes and the link to that is in the show notes. You can also find us on our social media on Blue Sky, at Littleroot Lessons, your hosts at Carter at Mr. Missouri 25, Carl, who is currently stacking his plushies like Tetris at Musical, and myself at Rose Tinted Cheeks. What cool thing with Fire and Leaf before we go that's important. The mystery gifts, the Eon ticket and the Aurora ticket or whatever it's called. Not Eon ticket, like Birth Island and Naval Rock are in the game when you beat the Elite Four, so that's fun. Do that. Let us know which of the Gen 10 starters you like. Are you Team Brout, Team Pom Bomb, or Team Gekka? Gekwa?
Gekwa.
Quadeca?
Get
Blush?
Qua. Like aqua. Get qua.
Kevin Abstract. Okay, guys.
I will teach you proper English if I have to beat it into you.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye.